Hi guys, this is Aslam Khan here to show the second part of business organization. On last video, I taught you how a business organization is divided and what are the business organizations classification and its objective. Today, we are going to see the business organizations division in detail. So let's start with sole proprietorship. What type of business organization is this and what are the advantages and disadvantages? Here, I'm going to go a bit fast on this because I know that you guys are having exams, so I'm not going to go in deeper and explain it. Just have these terms in your mind. Just learn these few words. It's going to help you a lot in your exams. So what's sole proprietorship? It's very easy. A sole proprietorship is where an individual is starting a business alone in order to conduct the business for the future with a profit motive objective. So sole proprietor will have a lot of characteristics. So let's see one by one. And let's start with the first character they are given here. And let me zoom this for you. Yeah. They're saying that capital is provided by a single person who is the owner. So when a individual is going to start a business, he might have some capital in his hand. He's going to start the business with the money what he has in his hand. So that's the first characteristics of sole proprietorship. Let's see number two. Profit or losses to be borne alone. So what is this bond? Bond means not getting birth. Bond is about you need to bear it alone. So when you are making a profit, it's yours. When you make a loss, it's yours again. So you can't give the loss to someone. So that's another characteristics of a sole proprietor. And the third thing is unlimited liability of the owner. What is this unlimited liability? Unlimited liability means your money, what you have taken, that is not the money you should pay. Now, example, if you are a sole proprietor, you might ask some money to run the business, right? So when you do not have, when you cannot pay the money back to the person who have take whom you have taken the money, you might pay a bit more than that. That's what we say interest. When you pay more than the amount you have taken, sometimes you might pay by selling your house. So you might lose all the assets what you have. That's what we say unlimited liability. Unlimited liability says that if you cannot pay the debt what you have taken, you might even sell your properties. This happens in sole proprietorship. And also, this is also another characteristics of unincorporated business. So now what is unincorporated business? Unincorporated business means any type of business which is not an incorporated company. So now if you take sole proprietor and partnership belongs under unlimited liability. Okay, so in exams, if they ask what are unincorporated business, it's sole proprietorship and partnership. What is unlimited liability? Then of course you need to remember it's where the owner is selling his assets to pay his money. So I'll take the spotlight to teach you a bit. Yeah, so you know where I'm reading. So the third point the fourth point I'm gonna read is no legal personality. Now again, there's another question in exams. They might expect a student to write what is legal personality. So let me explain you the difference between a legal personality and no legal personality. If I am the owner of the business, I sell some product to you. You might be my customer, so you consume the product. I am saying that when you put these creams, you will become so beautiful. When you apply, your face will gloss so beautiful. Once you apply, you know, sir, the business is going. You're going to look great. So what happened? I sell my asset to you. I sell my product towards you. So you purchase the product, you consume it. After the few days, you saw that your face is getting dark and you didn't become whiter, you became much darker. So you now come and complain to police that this person, Aslam, sold me a product which is not good at all. So now you complain about me to the policeman, right? So here I do not have a legal personality. What is legal personality? When you complain about me, I'm the one who need to take the blame, not my business. If a business and the owner is different, for example, if you take a company, okay, I'm selling a product. Maybe you don't know who I am, but maybe Shah Rukh Khan is selling the product. So Aslam Khan is the one who is running the company. Maybe Shah Rukh Khan is selling the product towards customers. So when Shah Rukh Khan is showing Fair and Handsome, you might see Imami Fair and Handsome is awesome, so we go and purchase the product. Once you consume, you got affected as a customer. You will never complain Shah Rukh Khan. You'll go and complain Fair and Handsome company. So the owners or the brand ambassador will not get caught under this section. That's what we say legal personality. So the owners doesn't get caught means it's legal personality. No legal personality means you will get caught if you sell a product and you are to be blamed when you sell a product. So you need to be very careful with legal personality on exams. Again, under unincorporated business, unlimited liability, no legal personality, NBC. What is unincorporated business? Unincorporated business means it is partnership, and it is not sole proprietorship. But a legal personality can happen in all the incorporated businesses. And the next thing, they're saying that no continued existence. So no continued existence means once you die, there will be no one to take your business and move ahead. That's another big loophole on a sole proprietorship. And no mandatory to register. If you are sole proprietor in our country, most of the time the business and your business name is the same. You don't want to register. But okay. For example, now Aslam is doing a business. Aslam business name is Aslam, so you don't want to register. But Aslam Mart or Aslam Supermarket or something like that, then of course you need to register. So here they have said something. In addition to the above mentioned characteristics, there are some other characteristics of a sole proprietor, such as the ability to take decisions alone. Controlling is done by the owner, and the owner has the opportunity to discontinue the business at any time he requires. So shutting down the business or taking decisions in along the business is the decision is with you, so you can't give the decision to someone else. What are the advantages of sole proprietorship? Easy to start, convenience to start. You know, if you write easy to start and convenience to start in exams, both are correct. What is convenient to start? It's very easy to start the business. You don't want to ask anyone. If you feel it correct, you can do it and you can start, go ahead with that. It's easy to commence. Okay. And we have the next point, all the profits belong to the owner. So what is this profit belong to the owner? As I said, as you will have losses belong to the owner, it will become a disadvantage. All your income will be yours. Privacy of the business, information is secure. You don't share your information to others. It's very secure. It's you and your business, so no one knows what you are doing actually. Ability to use own skill at the best. If you are good in one thing, you can be able to present it under your business. Independent decision making. You don't want to ask anyone. You can take decision alone. Then disadvantage of sole proprietorship: unlimited liability of the owner. What is this unlimited liability of the owner? As I said, you the characteristic. I explain you what is unlimited liability. If you are able to, if you take a loan and you can't pay it on time, sometimes you might even sell your assets to pay the loan. That's what we say unlimited liability of the owner. Difficulties in raising capital. If you are a sole proprietor, when you go and give you ideas, people will not believe you. So if they invest, sometimes it becomes partnership. Then no one gives you money without you making them as the partner. There's a big problem in raising capital, getting some money to increase your business cash. No continuous existence, as I said, in characteristics. You will not survive once you die. Sometimes the business will be closed down. No legal personality. I explained you. The owner and the business is going to be the same. So when you sell an asset, you're going to get affected if the product is going to be a damage to the outside. Individual decision of the owners can be successful. Maybe you are not that qualified to take good decision, so decisions will be not successful always. So I hope I have given you clear explanation about sole proprietorship. Let's see what's a partnership. Okay, I'll make it very short and simple. Partnership is where there are 2 and 20 people who are working towards a common objective to earn a profit. These all partners cannot exceed than 20 people, and the lowest number of partners should be in a partnership 2 people. So that's what they are saying. It can be any type of job they can do in a partnership. The accountants office, lawyers office, tax offices, whatever it is. But any professions it can be when you are doing a partnership. They are given a small association, an audit firm where partners can do. Characteristics of partners: number one, number of partners members in a partnership. There should be two minimum members and 20 members to commence a partnership. According to what Act number? Act number 7 of 2000 is saying 2007 is saying that there should be two minimum and 20. Okay, two minimum and 20. Both looks two, but I want you guys to get that in the way you want it to. So 2 members is the minimum and 20 members is the maximum members you should have according to Act number 7 of 2000. On a partnership agreement, it says very easy. When you put a partnership agreement between you and your partner, you should this agreement should be at least or more than 1,000 rupees to make the partnership agreement valid. This written agreement of partnership is known as partnership deed. So when you are having a conversation with your partner to come up with an agreement, this agreement should exceed more than 1,000 rupees because to prevent from fraud ordinance. So you can see here, according to prevention of fraud ordinance. So the 1,000 rupees limit comes under the topic called prevention of fraud ordinance. So the your examiner can ask on these areas You need to be very careful because partnership and sole proprietorship, every year past paper, they will test this. So be very careful when you're writing the answer. So prevention of fraud ordinance is speaking about 1,000 rupees value and more than that. And when you write this agreement, partnership agreement, under written agreement, we say it as partnership deed. So I hope you understood this second character. Let's move on to the next part. Third one, unlimited liability of partners. As I said on sole proprietorship, if you take a loan, you should pay. Sometimes even settling by selling all your assets, you need to settle the liability you have taken, the loan you have taken. Not mandatory to register partnership. Again, if the name is registered under your name, or if you're running a business, maybe Aslam and customer. Customer is you, Aslam and friend can be you. If we both are running the business, then of course we don't want to register the partnership. Okay, but if your name has changed, like Aslam and Brothers or Aslam and something else, some good name. Okay, Avengers and Aslam. Not nice, right? So some sort of name you like, it can be or no, it should be a registration vendor. No separate legal entity. As I said, so proprietorship and partnership comes under unincorporated business. So it's not mandatory to register. I mean, it's not having a separate legal identity. If they sell a product, the partner should take the risk. Now, example, if I myself and you are a partner and doing business, and if you sell, for example, a bad thing, maybe you are selling alcohol without my knowledge, and we got caught. So I need to be responsible because you are my partner. So don't sell alcohol, please. With that, we'll move on to the next part. No continued existence. Sometimes a good partner dies, his knowledge dies, right? So then of course the partnership will stop. Or if an active partner, the partner who is actively working in a business dies, the other partner will of course not do the business. So it can not ever last for the future. The advantage of partnership business, number one, easy to start. Number two, can get more capital than sole proprietors because new partners will bring new money, good money. Can utilize different skills of partners. Not only your knowledge, others' knowledge, other skills also can be used. Share liability among partners. When you have problems of liability, you can share it between your partner and see the problem. Then we move on to the next part. Can take collective decisions. You can take good decisions because you are along with your partner. So good decisions will take your business much better. But there are disadvantages also. Unlimited liability says that as I always explain, what is unlimited liability? You need to sell your assets to make the payment when you have taken a loan. All the partners should do that when it comes to unlimited liability. Profit shared among partners. Losses sharing is an advantage because it's a good thing you can share your losses like liability sharing. But the profit is not a good thing to be shared. Everyone likes to keep profit. They don't like to share. Conflict among partners. If one partner doesn't agree bringing another partner into the business, conflicts means problems can arise. So this will take time to sort it out. No continued existence. If one person leave or die, the business will not ever last. No legal personality is a characteristic, as I already explained. The partner should take liability. If one partner does a mistake, the whole partners should take the liability of the mistake he has made. Let's move on to the next topic, incorporated companies. What is this incorporated company? Okay, let me explain to you. So incorporated company says that if you are a company, okay, registered in Sri Lanka under Act number 7 of 2007 with a legal personality, so you are not the one who's going to get caught. Your business is going to get caught. So if you have a legal personality, either by selling shares or not selling shares, you can become a incorporated company. According to your syllabus, there are two type of incorporated companies you need to know most probably. One is a private limited company. The one is a public limited company. Private limited company, we can type like this. It can be said private also has another short form. We say it as PVT Ltd. So PVT means private, Ltd means limited. Public limited means, I can show you in this way, public PLC Ltd. So PLC Ltd means public limited. So that's a short form you can use for this company. So let me move on to my. So incorporated companies means it can be either selling shares company or not selling shares company, but it's a company registered under Act number 7 of 2007. Now you should not think that there was something in partnership we learned, right, when it comes to A partnership, they are when they are registering. I discussed here under Act number 7 of 2000. If you see here, if they're registering more than 20 people, I mean less than 2 people and maximum 20 people, they should be registered. They should be following the rules of Act number 7 of 2007. The same thing, but here the company should operate or incorporate under the section Act number 7 of 2007. So both action, I mean sections are the same. So let's move on to the next part. Characteristics of incorporated companies. Number one, limited liability. They are incorporation under Companies Act. So their company should act under the section number 7 of 2007. Continuing existence. There are a lot of owners on the business. So if one owner dies, another investor will take the business along. And third thing, ability to register with limited liability. Ability to register with limited liability. So if you are an owner, you have invested certain money. When your business goes lost, you don't want to pay more than the money you have invested. So you need to pay only the money you have got lost for the amount of investment you have made. That's what we say ability to register with limited liability. Can raise a capital by issuing shares. If you are a publicly made company, you can sell shares to the public. If you are a privately made company, remember you cannot sell shares to the public. If you are a publicly made company, you can sell shares and get money to the company. How do you sell shares? If your company doesn't have money, they can put some shares to outside. The investors can purchase those shares, so company will get money. With that money, the company can use for expansion purposes, whatever the purposes they are meeting. So investors share, when new investors come, old investors' power will go down. That's a very bad thing, but can't help. If you want money, you need to give up your shares. Advantages of incorporated companies can raise more capital. A lot of people are there, a lot of investments. Receiving legal personality, you and your business is going to be separate. When a business does a mistake, you will not get caught. As I explained on about top, you can see under partnership and sole proprietorship, I explained it very clearly. Continued existence, even if one person dies, the business will ever last. Let's see what they have given here. Limited liability, as I said, if you have invested certain amount, you will not get caught to the more than the amount you have investment. So, for example, you invested 100,000, the losses within 100,000 will be one. Managed by board of directors, you have set of people. You might be the shareholder once you invest. You can appoint some educated people to look after your company. That's a good thing. What is disadvantages? Greater level of legal provisions. Since the legal provision relevant for starting a company, conducting operations, and winding up of a company are comparatively higher, conducting a limited company is more complex compared to other forms of business organization. So you can't easily shut down or you can't easily start up a private limited company or public limited company. What are the limited companies? The reason, the reason, it's the procedures are very high, so it takes some time. That's what they're trying to say. Profit and ownership per share. Of course, when you're doing a corporation company, you need to give your profit, you need to give your ownership. The reason, because new investors coming in, your ownership will go down. That's what they are meaning. So let's move on to the next topic, cooperative society. So what is this cooperative society? As this is a very good paragraph you need to read. I'm going to read this paragraph. It's very important, guys. So let's read what is cooperative society. A cooperative society is a democratically controlled independent organization. So it's a group of people getting together with a common objective. But here it's not profit objective. It's non-profit objective. So it's a private sector firm, but it's not a public sector. Remember that. Cooperative society can be non-profit, but a private sector firm. Further attempts to achieve common needs of group of individuals voluntarily gathered and enjoy collective ownership. So you get a lot of people with intention to help others. They join together and they make ownership. A cooperative society can be started with at least 10 members and the capital is mainly provided by the membership subscription. So once you join as a member, you need to pay some money for every month or every day or every year to keep the organization running. So it's proud for you. The organization might give you an award when you invest more onto the business. But the good thing is you get a good name, good value to the society. But the bad, I mean, there's no bad when it comes to doing good. Yes, I'm sorry. So then it says there are at least 10 people, they should get together in order to start a business. But after 10 people, there can be any number of members. And the company should be registered. I mean, the cooperative society should be registered under Cooperative Societies Act number 5 of 1972. So when I say this point, you need to be very careful. As I said, partnership should have 2 to 20 people on the Act number 7 of 2007. And incorporated companies should act under section number 7 of 2007. And cooperative societies, Act is changing. You need to be very careful. Cooperative Societies Act number 5 of 1972. So here you need to be very careful because this can be tested on your paper. This has been tested on your papers, so be careful. So example, they're saying there are a few examples. Remember two of them when you're writing example. You can score points. Sri Lanka Multi-Purpose Cooperative Societies, Sri Lanka's Coconut Producers Cooperative Society, Clifton Credits Societies, Sanasi. Okay, so let's move on to the characteristics of cooperative societies. Democratic control. You can speak what you want in the organization. People will listen to you, so you will be able to take decisions. You can elect board directors when you are doing a cooperative society. When you are participating in a cooperative society. Voluntary and open membership. What is this voluntary and open membership? Anyone can join anytime. No one can stop you joining from that place. Collective ownership of members. Not only one person is going to be the member, everyone can be the owners of the business. Common expectation and needs. Your main objective is to do something good to society. So when you join, your main objective is to help people. Advantage of cooperative societies, as I said, democratic control. People will listen to you what you are saying. That's a good thing because today your words are not listened by your parents. Your parents' words are not listened by you. Problem. Don't make problems, guys. Democratic control is where when you have freedom to speak, don't misuse the freedom. Okay, so acting for the well-being of members. What is this acting for the well-being of members? You are always trying to make good. The decisions you are taking is going to benefit some people around you. Government provides various incentives for conducting cooperative societies. So government will always help you run the cooperative societies very successfully. And what's the next point? Shared economic benefits. You will get a lot of benefits from the economy because if you see here, excess profit earned through the business activities of cooperative societies will be distributed among the members in different. So when you are doing the business, not only the country will get some sort of money. Here they are doing non-profit motive objective most of the time, but they still have a small profit inside the organization. So let's see, they will divide their money and they will get some sort of portion from there. What are the disadvantages of cooperative societies? Limited capital. Not all the members who are investing has a lot of money in their hand. Should adhere only to the stipulated cooperative policy. This type of business organization are based on cooperative policies. It is not possible to change the business operation not against competitive business environments. It is required to adhere to these policies. So your basic right is to help people. So when you are profit oriented, you can't just change your cooperative to a private limited company and say, hey man, we are going to focus on money. You can't do that, guys. So you need to be very focused on helping people. So then let's move on to what is an association now. So an association is an organization with the objective of social well-being. Helping people is your main objective. These associations are established especially in order to achieve well-being of the members to accomplish a community service or a charitable activity. Now, what is the difference between a cooperative and an association? Cooperative might have somewhat profit, but association not have profit. So their main aim is community service or a charitable. They wanted to help the people in a good way. So what are the examples they are given? Sports club and farmers association. Not tested much. Can be tested. Be a bit concerned on that area. State corporations, government companies can be known as state corporations. Business fully owned or the majority is owned by the government are known as state corporation. A state corporation is controlled by a board of directors appointed by the government. This business will be commenced under a general or special act of parliament. Now, at that time, say a company run by state is known as state corporation, but they're saying a company which is run fully or partly. So partly means like 60% of the shares from a private limited company has been invested by a state corporation. Now you need to understand a public limited company comes under private ownership, not under public ownership. A public limited company is a private ownership organization. State corporations comes under public ownership. State corporation can also be said as public corporation. So a public corporation and a public limited company is not going to be the same. Public limited company is a part of private ownership. State corporation or public corporation is a part of public ownership. So if you really want to run a company, you need to have some board of directors appointed when it comes to state corporation. And all the corporations start with the Act of Parliament. With that, you can start. These are also known as state corporations, commissions, authorities, boards, and bureaus. They are given some sort of examples: Sri Lanka Rupee Corporation, Sri Lanka Sports Authority, Coconut Development Authority, State Pharmaceuticals Corporation of Sri Lanka Bureau of Foreign Employment, Exports Insurance Board. Remember again, two of these, just having a quick enough knowledge on this is going to help you a lot on your exams. Let's move on to the next page now and see what are the characteristics of state corporation. Number one, they're saying government ownership and control, 100% or maybe majority of ownership if it is government, it's a part of state corporation. Objective of providing services in common. Their main aim is to provide some service to the people. But it can be government itself. So railway corporation is a government's sector's corporation, state corporation. But if you see railway corporation, they are giving some sort of service and they are charging an amount. It's a profit objective most of the time. Legal personality, they don't get caught. The people who are involved in that will get caught. So they are having some sort of legal identity. I have already explained you what is legal personality. Common can commence either under special act or general existing act. So with the Parliament Act passed, it can be either a old one or new one they can make, and they can make this corporation started. And continued existence, even if you die, the government will not die. They will take ahead and they will do this corporation. Advantages of state corporation. What are the good things of having a state corporation? Appropriate for the provision of essential services. Like if you wanted to give some sort of railways transport or electricity board, water board, all of these things are done by state corporation. So you need some sort of good services from these state corporations. Reduce the monopoly effects of private sector. So I have the students ask what is monopoly. It's not the monopoly you play in board. I'm not talking about that monopoly. You can go to jail and you can come out. Not that monopoly. Monopoly means like one company is taking all over the whole market. To take today an example, a good example I can give you. If if for example, if there's only Sri Lankan Airlines, and if that Sri Lankan Airlines belongs to a private sector, if they don't have any other airplanes flying from Sri Lanka to any other countries, then the Sri Lankan Airlines can charge any price from the people because they're the only airlines surviving on the market. So if one company can make the whole market's price changing, that's what they say. So if you take today, Anchor is also doing this. Fonterra company is having Anchor as well as Ratti. I have given this example in previous video also. So if Anchor and Ratti belongs to Fonterra, majority, maybe 75 to 80% of the shares of the market belongs to them. So they can sell and they can increase the price. Along with the price increase, others also go behind them. So this is known as monopoly. So they want to reduce that. For that, if you see private transport is also there, public transport is also there to reduce the level up. I prefer to go in government buses because government buses is very convenient. Some people consider it's better to go with private buses too. So it's people's based on that, but they are dividing that and they are making some sort of shares getting down. That's what we say. They are reducing the level of power of other private sectors. Profits owned by the public. Most of the time, a portion will be given to the public itself because they are charging from people, so they want to give back to people. So I hope so. And disadvantage of state corporations, bad thing of a state corporation, absence of independence in decision making. So if you forget to take a, if your decisions are not that adequate, if you are taking a decision, you can't take decision alone. You have a hierarchical procedure to follow that. Need to adhere to financial regulation of the government. You can't just start the company you want. You need to ask, is there fund to start? Is there fund to go ahead? Then of course, having this, you will be able to go ahead and do the business. So let's move on to departments. Let's see what is department. The state departments are institutions that will be directly and fully governed by the government under ministry. Departments are operated in order to provide various services to general public. So what is the main type of department? Railway department, postal department, transport department, so much of departments. So the main aim is to help some. This is mainly governed by the ministry and it is operated to give service to the general public. In corporation, the main target is profit. Here, the main target is help to people. Characteristics of state department controlled with the government completely, like state corporations. In legal activities, the head of the department should represent the department using his designation. So when you are having any activities, the department should use that which department and why they have used this position, not to give some sort of certificates, some sort of business registration, some sort of any type of permission they're giving. They want to show which department they belong to. continue to existence even if the people in that governing or people who are running that dies. Still, it will be everlasting, funded by the government. Of course, money will be given by the government because it's a government's part. Advantages very straightforward. The departments provide essential service to the public that will not be otherwise provided by the private sector. Good thing, even light department, electricity, I don't know, light department. So if you take lights on the roads, right? Police department is also making a lot of defense services to us. But light department like electricity, if you see all the street lights can be under one department who are trying to give service to the public. What is the next part? The departments will handle long-term development activities which require large amount of funds. So they are mainly worried about how much funds they need to allocate to the future. A large number of employees are working in departments providing more employment opportunities. So a lot of people getting a lot of job opportunities in department. Departments provide services for the well-being of general public without a profit motive. So the main target is non-profit motive. Disadvantage of department: the decision will be delayed due to approval. Same thing on the state corporation we learn. Delay in decision making because there's a big hierarchy. You need to ask from parliament and respective ministry when you're taking it. The department has to conduct activities in accordance with provision in government financial regulation. Same problem with state corporation. You need to listen, you need to see how much money you have and establishment code. Are you under proper rules and regulation and different proper circulars? Are you in the correct agenda or the wrong way? So I hope you understood these sole proprietorship, partnership, incorporated companies, cooperatives, state corporations. I hope I have covered it. And departments, right? Yeah, corporate associations, I missed it. So these things you need to remember, and that number is very important when you are scoring marks on exam. So let's move on without wasting our time. Selecting an appropriate business organization. So let's move on. Yeah. Okay, guys. So from here onwards, I'm going to read all the necessary important areas because I think these areas are very much tested in your exams. So, and this is where students not scoring well. They always learn the types of business organization and they forget how this works. Selecting an appropriate business organization. There are different types of business organization that can be organized to fulfill the needs and wants of humans I discussed previously in this chapter. The following are some factors that should be considered by businessmen when selecting an appropriate business organization. So you need to see the objective, it's a profit motive or non-profit motive, scale, medium scale, large scale, or small scale, based on who will perform management activities. So is it board of directors, public corporation, state ministry, or parliament? All these things you need to know when you're selecting a business organizations to start. Based on these three type of scales, you can decide it can be a sole proprietorship or it can be a cooperated company. You can decide. Selecting a business organization based on objective. So there are two main objectives: profit objective, social welfare objective. Profit means you are trying to make a profit out of it. There are few things, few organizations comes under profit objective. So proprietorship, partnership, incorporated companies, and state companies are generally established with the profit motive to earn profit. So let's move on to the next part without wasting our time. Non-profit organizations, their main aim is to help people out of the inside the country, out of the main profit, out of the profit objective. Main target is to help the people. So social welfare objective or non-profit objective. So here they can have sports club associations, cooperative societies, and state departments can be good examples. Selecting a business organization based on scale, as I said, it can be small scale or large scale or even a medium scale, based on the number of people who are there, based on the number of skill market shares, based on the number of area you're going to cover, based on the number of people you're going to recruit, based on the number of strength money you're going to invest. You can decide it can be small scale or large scale. So let's move on to the next one. Small scale, very less capital. Most of the time it will become sole proprietorship. Large scale, it can be any type of business organization. The more money you have, the more business you can start. Then selecting a business organization depending on who will perform management activities. Let me read this. I think it's very important. Management is a process of planning, organizing, leading, and controlling. It dissolves our business in order to achieve the objective of our business. Again, this is tested on chapter number 2 of grade 11, management. In this topic management, you learn this definition. So it's a process of planning, organizing, leading, and control. You need to have a plan. You need to organize properly. You need to have a leader to lead your business, and you need to have a proper way of controlling the business organization. So a sole proprietorship will be managed by its owner. So owner is the one who is managing sole proprietorship. He can take all decisions of the business independently. In addition, he will be the owner, leader, as well as the manager of the business. As the owner, he has the freedom to take decisions regarding the sources of the business. So you might see here, as we see here, if the business is expected to be managed by a group of individuals, a partnership, or an incorporated company, type of business organization would be appropriate type. Type of business organization would be the appropriate type. The decisions can be taken with the consent of all partners or the directors of the group. Based on the business organization, what you select, you need to know who is going to control the organization. It's very important when you're taking decisions. So it's a very important area when it comes to registration of a sole proprietor. How do they make this registration? Normally, so this is a very important area which I have seen in exams. So I'm going to read this whole part because it's very, very important. So without wasting our time, let's move on to this area. If a sole proprietorship is conducting in a different name other than the full name of the owner, it's mandatory to register the name of the business. So if I'm going to start my business without the business name, with a different name, then of course I need to be able to register my business. Gael Pereira conducts his business under the name of Gael Stores. The business name is required to be registered. It's only a registration of the business name and hence will not provide a legal personality for the business. Because you are becoming a sole proprietor, it doesn't mean that because you have registered, it doesn't mean that you have a legal personality because you are a sole proprietor. So you don't have any legal personality. So let's see the legal procedures of registering a sole proprietorship. If a sole proprietorship is conducted in a name other than full name of its owner, it is required to register. Registrar of respective provincial council is the authorized office to register business name. So if you really want to register your business name, you need to go to Registrar of Provincial Council. So this is very important to know the steps. The application form records of the registration can be collected from the office of Divisional Secretariat. You go to the Divisional Secretariat area, you collect the application form, then you need to the registration will be determined by the respective provincial council within the authority given to them. Within the particular time, if you make the form and you submit it, then of course you can get the registration. But before that, you need to meet the Grama Sevaka. Further, it is required to submit an application to register business name within 14 days of commencing a sole proprietorship. So after starting the business, you can't give a sole proprietorship. Before you commence the business, you need to fill before starting the business importance. You need to get the registration. Following procedures will be followed when registering sole proprietorship. Again, the same steps in a bit deep manner. Obtain the relevant application from the respective divisional secretariat office. So you go to divisional secretariat office, take your application. The following two documents are required to submit for this purpose. An application form to register business name of sole proprietorship. So you need to have a form which will say about your ownership and who is the owner, who is going to bear all these things, where is your address, everything. An application form to obtain the required report from government Iladari regarding the registration of business name. When you register the business, government Iladari near your house will come to the place and they will see that is this land is yours and they will confirm it. Confirm it. If the land is not yours, you can get a no objection letter from the owner of the business or owner of the house, owner of the premises, and you can run the business. Not a problem. Handing over the certified report of the Gram Niladari and the duly completed application form along with the registration fee to the divisional secretary. So once you are done the application form, getting the application from the Gram Niladari, you need to go and hand over divisional secretary the Gram Niladari reports and the initial registration form you need to give and pay the amount what they are asking. After considering the above document, divisional secretary will issue the certificate of registration of business name. So if your business is being registered, they will consider it and they will register. They will give you a certificate of registration under your business name. It is required to display the certificate at the business. When you are running the business, if someone comes inside, you can show your business registration that you are under. You are following all the protocols you need to follow. Let's move on to the advantage of having a business registration. Let's see the advantage of registering the business name. What is the good thing of registering the business name? Number one, provides an identity and recognition. So when you register the business name, they know that you are a person who has registered and running the business according to the government's protocols. So people will believe your business registration. They will purchase from you. Provides an ownership of the business name. So your name cannot be stolen by anyone. It's yours. Provides a qualification to obtain incentives by the government. If you are a startup business and if you have a lot of plans to export your products or if you have a lot of plans to give a good thing to the society, then of course government might help you. The fourth, but not the last one. I think, but not, yeah, it's the last one. Easy to obtain loans. So if you have a registered business. If you have a good plan, you can supply it to others and get loans if your brand is well established. So I hope I have explained you all the things relevant to business organization. Knowing this is more than enough for you to score better. This is part two of business organization. With much more commitment and dedication, I have done this video. Please study and do not forget to subscribe our channel. You need to share this channel to others. I have a lot of things to do, but I'm putting all my works to aside, sitting with you at this 1:35 a.m. I think, yeah, 1:35 a.m. I'm sharing with you my screen and teaching you at this time for you guys to score better on the exams. Please use this communication portal with me and you in a proper way. Get maximum use from me. Whatever the next video you want to have, I'll get to you. See you on next video. Please do not forget to subscribe my channel. See you on another videos. Best of luck for exams. Bye guys.